Though it may not be intentional or malicious, you're not being told the whole truth. The experts tell us the key to fighting aging and cellular damage is through the use of antioxidants. It's the buzzword for health in the new millennium. But in the mad scramble to sell you the latest products, the true antioxidant story has been ignored. Antioxidant may be the most misused word of the decade. Within the past 20 years, a group of scientists, engineers, and doctors have discovered something once thought impossible, something that can benefit every person on the planet. A scientific breakthrough you haven't heard anyone talk about. We think it's time someone did.
Antioxidants have always existed. However, our awareness of their benefits and importance only began in the 1980s. What we haven't understood about antioxidants until now was their need to be activated before the body could utilize them and receive benefit. Science has uncovered the secret of these once unknown activators, which, like antioxidants, have always existed. This new breakthrough in science is known as redox biochemistry. These unique and essential activators are redox signaling molecules, and they not only activate our antioxidants, they are critical to our cellular communication and the body's ability to heal. Your body is an amazing machine, comprised of cellular micro-machines that make their own tools for protecting themselves against damage, repairing damage when it occurs, and even replacing themselves when the damage is too great to repair. Your cell's most fundamental healing tools are redox signaling molecules. Your body is in a constant state of healing itself, or in other words, repairing and replacing its cells. Cell damage occurs every day, from simple sun exposure, exercise, poor diet, stress, and even physical injury. Redox signaling molecules give the body the ability to turn on more antioxidants, more effectively handle cell damage, and more efficiently use the antioxidants the body creates and consumes. Tests verify an astounding 500% increase in antioxidant efficiency of your body's most important intracellular antioxidants, glutathione and SOD. These molecules are absolutely essential to the health of your cells. In fact, if your potential 100 trillion cells were to suddenly stop making these molecules right now, you wouldn't be alive by the end of this presentation. Without these signaling molecules, life ends. As scientists studied redox signaling within the human body, they discovered an important truth. Without a constant, balanced supply of these molecules, we grow old, we grow weak, and we grow more prone to health challenges. When we're young, our bodies make plenty of these amazing molecules. That's why skinned knees heal so fast, and little kids can run around all day long and never be sore the next morning. By the time we approach our teenage years, our bodies begin making fewer and fewer of these redox signaling molecules. And there are other factors, such as environmental conditions, germ exposure, health factors, the food we eat, and even physical and emotional stress. These all limit our cells' adequate production of these molecules. Now, even if you're perfectly healthy, you're continuously losing the ability to make these molecules in adequate numbers. And because they are the key to cellular health and healing, every day we wake up with fewer redox signaling molecules is a day our health faces greater risk. These molecules are only made inside living cells, nowhere else. They spark into existence inside our cells through the process of energy production using your cellular salt water. And if they're not used immediately, they pop right back out of existence. Their lives are literally measured in milliseconds. So even with all we've learned about redox signaling, we're at a dead end. The logical conclusion would be we are doomed to cope with aging and health challenges the old-fashioned way, treating symptoms, a pill for this, a juice for that, but never getting to the very foundation of cellular health. It's this kind of dead end, however, where we find fertile ground for a breakthrough. And with was just such a breakthrough that took place in 2008. For the past decade, researchers and scientists have been studying redox signaling. But even years before that, and completely unknown to these redox researchers, another group of technicians had already created something quite remarkable, a way to temporarily rearrange the molecular structure of simple salt water. The new solution seemed to have tremendous health benefits, but the technicians didn't know why. And there was another issue. The rearranged molecules were only temporary. After a few minutes, the liquid turned back into salt water. Then something monumental occurred. The two worlds, the technicians with rearranged molecules and the researchers studying redox signaling, collided. The collision came as the result of the work of an atomic medical physicist, Dr. Gary L. Samuelson. Dr. Samuelson, while studying the findings of these technicians, experienced a flash of insight. He recognized what the technicians were creating were redox signaling molecules, very temporary, very fleeting, but still the first to be created outside of living cells, and something everyone in the scientific community previously thought impossible. Dr. Samuelson also understood precisely how the technicians had performed this miracle and why it was having beneficial results. He recognized what scientists call the mode of action. It took nearly a year of experimentation before Dr. Samuelson achieved a massive breakthrough. In fact, what he believes to be the single greatest health science breakthrough of the century. Using the same building blocks the body cells use, salt and water, Dr. Samuelson refined the process that broke down the very molecules of this saline solution and then recombined the atoms to form balanced sets of stable, redox signaling molecules, precisely the same molecules made within the cells of the human body. Molecules that, when bottled, have a stable shelf life of over 1 year and provide vital supplementation for our cells. This breakthrough represents a powerful, seismic shift in the way we think about our health. And this breakthrough has a name: ASEA. Using a heavily patented process, ASEA is the world's first and only solution of stable, perfectly balanced redox signaling molecules that are completely native to the human body. It's important that we differentiate between what is natural and what is native. Plenty of products are natural. Blueberries are natural, but they're not found inside your body. ASEA is native. The molecules found in each bottle of ASEA are identical to the redox signaling molecules your cells already make. Because they are native, your body knows exactly how to use them to speed healing and rejuvenation on a cellular level. When you drink ASEA, you're introducing trillions and trillions of redox molecules into your body. These molecules, only 4 atoms or less in size, absorb into the cells almost instantaneously, supporting your cell's ability to protect themselves, detect threats and damage, then repair and rejuvenate injured cells, and replace those cells that can no longer function properly. It's the process of cellular healing, and it's something your body does every day. ASEA gives that process an extraordinary boost. Just as the discoveries of penicillin by Alexander Fleming in 1928 or the assembly line by Henry Ford in 1913 became breakthroughs that changed the health and habits of a nation, the discovery of redox signaling molecules is an equally historic breakthrough in our lifetime and a shift in understanding the keys to health and healing. If this were the end of our story, it would be wonderful and astonishing. However, this is not the end. With each great breakthrough in history came great opportunity, and the breakthrough known as ASEA is no different.